Hello, everybody, and happy Tuesday. I hope you are doing good. I am doing tonight's live again from home because, as you know, a lot of us are in lockdown. And I think it is important for today's subject that I wanted to cover something that's easier, I think, from us to do when we are locked down or when we are home, and probably is a lot more effective. And that is getting more engagement. So, for a round cap, this is Jessie with Wild Jessie Consulting. And on Tuesdays at 1, I like to bring you some small BS with Jess. And that's where I have small business strategies for small businesses, entrepreneurs, on brick and mortar businesses. And if you join me live here, go ahead and do a hashtag live. If you're catching the replay, go ahead and do hashtag replay. As always, let me know if any of these tips are things that you use or what you think of them. Or if you do try them out later, come back and let me know if they work for you. But I've talked about how to get on Google, how to get on Facebook and Instagram and LinkedIn. If you haven't seen those, go back to some of my previous Tuesday lives and take a look at the replays. And there's some really great tips in there showing you how you can actually get on those platforms. But once you're on those platforms, a lot of the questions that I get, especially from small businesses and everything like that, is how do I get that engagement? Right? Like I'm putting out my posts, I'm putting all that, and I'm getting nothing, just crickets, nobody there. And you don't have the money to funnel thousands of dollars into ads, like some people say. That's great when you can, but for a lot of small businesses, especially right now, pinching pennies and starting out, you don't have the money to be doing that, right? So I would love to tell you it's like some ideas that I have or that I typically give some of the small businesses that I'm helping out. I do help with social media marketing for several companies. And I do find that when I do consultation for some of them too, even just helping them to get their content and engagement, it's typically the same issues. So I want to make sure that I'm helping you guys with those. So one of the first things is what to post. What do I post? Right? There's a lot of people. And I think there needs to be a healthy balance of just sales, and them getting to know you personally as a brand or as a person. If you're an entrepreneur, it's a very, it's very easy to, give yourself a voice. And I know I've talked about that before, and that is so important. Even big companies now, if you look at them, it's really fun to see these big, huge companies go through like Wendy's or even, like big names, and they go under other people's stuff and they engage with them, and they have like this personality. Either they're fun or informative. They're the mom type or the dad type or the funny uncle, but they find that identity and they roll with it. And that's how they come across to their audiences. So it's really important that you not just only do advertisement, even, the occasional funny meme post or, going ahead and doing, what's one that I've seen a lot of lately? You do the funny posts and memes, like problems. People have been putting up like math problems, story problems. What's your favorite Thanksgiving food, something like that, just something that engages your audience and lets them know that you're there for them. You're not just there for, for the sale, because they want to connect with you. They want that personability. So when you give them that, you're more likely to get more engagement. And when you get more engagement, you're going to get more people that follow your content, right? So stories and reels is something that I've heard a lot of people talking about. Same thing with TikTok. I think it depends on your company, whether or not that's something that you see would be suitable for it. But one of the easiest things that I tell people, like if you're a business, if you have a product or a service that other people use, when somebody tags you in that product or the service, easy story is go ahead and share it over your stories, share it over your Facebook stories, share it over your, your Instagram stories. And right there's a post that you didn't have to think about that gives you instant credibility because it's from somebody else's account that they are, doing a shout out for you or your product. So whenever you see those, go in and like it and engage with it. But make sure that you're sharing it on your stuff too. It shows them that you're keeping an eye out, that you appreciate them. And then it's letting your other people know, hey, this person tried it and they liked it enough to do a shout out. That's pretty cool. Maybe I'll consider using that product or service. So it's an easy easy thing. You know, you don't have to like set it in advance for a long time. So I wanted to talk about maximizing your time when you're posting, right? And I know I go fast on these, guys. It's just because Tuesdays, I like to cram it in here. If you ever need more support on these, feel free to drop something in the comments and let me know. Or, you know, you can always message me or email me. These are just things that I see a lot of companies come up with issues. So one of the things that really helps businesses, hi, thank you. One of the things that really helps businesses too is, if you don't know already, if you have an Instagram and a Facebook account, you can actually connect them, right? You can connect them. So when you make a post, you can actually share it to both platforms at the same time. And then that way you're not having to write it all out once or, you know, twice and upload the photo twice and everything like that. You can just share them to both of them. So you can go either into Instagram or to Facebook now, because I know that they've added that on there, and you can do a post to both. And that saves tons of time. So where you can do that, do it, because, you know, it's a time saver. You're maximizing your time. That gives you more time to do other things in your business, right? And I wanted to go over my 20-minute tip or my 20-minute rule when I am doing social media. And I do this when I am helping other businesses with their social media, and whenever I do my own. And that's the 20-minute rule is, you want to make sure that you're taking 20 minutes of engagement a day. And I know that seems like a lot, but I'm telling you, especially if you are moving your services online, or even if you're local, but going in and you're trying to build that audience and build that engagement, 20 minutes a day. Go into Facebook, go into Instagram. It doesn't have to be 20 minutes for both. If you don't have that kind of time, do 10 minutes in one, 10 minutes in the other, literally time it, go people who are, who you think are your target market, people who are following you already. If you're location specific, go into other places in your location that you think have maybe where your target market is at. And we talked about that too, like finding your target market a little bit in one of the other videos that I had. But go in, figure out where they're going to be, and post there. Go and comment underneath. Now, don't be sleazy. Don't be like trying to steal other people's sales if they're underneath and they're selling something. But, you know, do shout outs. And if there's somebody that you used for lawn care and then you saw that they just put a lawn care ad up, be like, oh, I love their service. Totally recommend to anybody. You see somebody who does photography and they're with you and they put out an awesome shot of photography, be like, oh, that's awesome. Or your family's adorable. And just go on there and give that engagement and do it for 20 minutes a day. And I'm telling you, people will see you. You'll create that engagement. You'll get those likes. You'll get those follows just by people seeing that you're showing up for them, because that's what they want to see. They want to see that you care. They want to see that you're just like in it for the sale, which you might be. But you're not going to sell it as easily if people think that you're just in it for the sale. But when you're genuinely trying to connect and genuinely showing up for your followers or your community, if it's a local based business, then you really want to make sure you're doing that for your people, and they're going to respond well. Something else that I've been told, and I actually implement it myself, is if you're going to do a live or you're going to release a big, a big announcement, is 20 minutes before you're going to do that. Again, with my 20-minute rule, 20 minutes before you're going to do that, go on and, again, engage. So plan your 20 minutes for that day before you're going to do that big announcement. And what it's going to do is Facebook is going to see those algorithms. They're going to see that you're engaging. They're going to see that you're doing that. So then when you post your thing, it's going to push it through further because it's just, they're going to see that you were engaged and that you were there. So they're going to connect the dots for where you were at, and they're going to push your content further. So yeah, again, these are just some small business strategies and tips that I like to bring you guys. If you have questions about any of these, please do not hesitate. My email is scrolling along here this whole time. It's Jessie@wildjessie.com. You can send me a DM. You can comment below. Hey, reach out to me, and I'd love to answer any questions that you have. If you use any of these, let me know. And if you have any other suggestions, then please feel free to put them on. As always, if you need me, I am here. This was a great Tuesday little live. And if you need me, give me a holler. All right. Enjoy the rest of your week, guys. Happy Thanksgiving if I don't see you. Okay.